So combat sport it was quite straightforward because my dad is he's karate master. He used to do karate, right, Kyokushin. So as soon as I could walk, he put me into the mat, and I was here doing the class the same way that I'm doing with my son. To be fair, so I always been into it. And then when I was kid, I had some problem with self-confidence. So my mom she put me back into karate because my parents are split, right? So my mom put me back into karate. So I did like 1 or 2 years of karate. Then I went to athletics, running and all of that. Then I got a big injury. But at the same time, I was silly a bit in terms of like a lot of fighting and all of that. So with one of my friends, we said like, yeah, listen, let's do something else because we're gonna finish in a bad situation if we keep going. And then we didn't want to do like a combat sport like boxing or MMA. We did want something with like a soul, a culture and things. But as I did karate before, for me it was kind of boring or some shit, So I said like, oh, let's do Muay Thai because there was a Muay Thai gym next to me. So we went there, and I remember I'm still in contact with the trainer. He said like straight, oh, you two are my next champion. And then we kept going, and we never left. We left. Since then, I never left. I never stopped. Because I did many sport, and Muay Thai is the one that I kept doing since the start. I started Muay Thai at 17. Then I did my first trip in Thailand at 22. So I turned pro at 21. And then I did my first trip in Thailand at 22. This is where I did my first fight in Thailand in Lumpini, in the old Lumpini Stadium. It was sick, but I think like the first interview we had this conversation, I told you that was really sick. And then I kept going every year. Then at 25, I decided to move there for good. And stayed, and from Thailand I came to UK. It was really hard because my mom pushed me a lot for study. So I had a degree and I had a good job. I was working in design, so I was a designer, and I had a good position. But in the same time, my growth in Muay Thai was good too. So I started to do really good. And my trainer at that time said like, you won't go any further because Muay Thai is not only because of talent, it's also because of the situation and the contact. And he said, let's move to Thailand. And by the time I was like, whoa, listen, I'm 24, I don't, my mom, I had a girlfriend at the time, and this thing doesn't really matter, right? A good job, and I was paying good as well for my age. But in the same time, I remember that day, my boss, he pissed me off that day. And I took the decision like that. I said, you know what, fuck you. And then I said to my coach, let's go, we go. Next time I say, okay, let's go for 6 months. And I stayed 3 years.
How long did you stay for?
I stayed 3 years.
3 years?
Yeah. I was supposed to stay 6 months, and I stayed 3 years. And it all went like that. Every 6 months, I said, oh, let's do 6 months more. Or 6 months more. And then it ended up being 3 years. I think like if for growth, not only like Muay Thai wise, like personally as well, I think it helped me so much. Especially when you grew up in in ghetto and shit, like with all the criminality and everything, like you really like small-minded and seeing the world like that. Because for me, it was like the main travel. I never traveled that much before that. Seeing another culture, another way of thinking, being able to focus, and the discipline that Muay Thai gives you over there is like extreme as well. Especially because I was in the old camp. So it's not like a foreigner camp. I was the only foreigner there. So I had to learn Thai, I had to eat their food, I had to do what they do, otherwise you're on the side, they don't accept you really. And everyone knows how Thai are. It's like you see the Farang, right? So it was really, really good, really good. A good experience to find myself as well as a person. Because my ex at the time had like really like changed. So before then, like back in the day, when I fought for that bed, by the way, I met this one. I met Charlie Peter.
Yeah.
So this guy, he told me, "Oh, I'm in London and all of this," and I said, "Oh, I went to such a sick city." And so yeah, whenever you can come, just text me and I'll hook you up with stuff, you know. And I remember when I was in Thailand, my ex, she had a job opportunity to come in London. So I said, "Oh, remember this guy," because we were keeping in touch, keep talking to each other. I said, "Okay." So, "Yo, Charlie, I'm gonna come to London to do it. You know any Muay gym?" And he said, "Yeah, come with me. I'm training with Philip Tieu." And then I'll just text him and I text him, and here we go. And everything's going quite smooth. I feel like all those places are quite like different. France, London, and Thailand is three different stuff. First, like London, I guess the life is really expensive and really busy. Like Fizz always takes a piece out of me because when they see me walking on the street to the gym, I'm chilling. You know, I'm walking easy and watching around and go to the gym. But there is none of that here. It's like from one point to another point, we go straight. You know what I mean? When I was in Thailand, everything was easy. You wake up in the morning, everyone's wake up at the same time. They brush their teeth, they take a shower, they easy, they do things like that, and then we go for a run. You know what I mean? Here, I wake up, I do my thing, I go gym. It's not like there is nothing in between, you know? It's not like 6 to 6:30. It's 6 sharp. You know what I mean? So this is quite a big difference. And on top of it, there is so much things around, like to keep you out of focus in terms of like, there is work, there is the bills to pay. You know what I mean? There is so much around. In Thailand, I woke up, I eat, I run, I train. You know what I mean? It's like eat, train, sleep, eat, train, sleep, eat. You know what I mean? The only things you have to think about, like, which is a bit like stressful, is your fight. What helped me a lot in Thailand is the fundamental. You know, like especially as I said, my gym was really old school. So focus, clinch, kick, basic. Know what's core. They were focused on that, right? So when I left Thailand, I was sick in clinch and kicking. You know, my boxing was shit. You know what I mean? My footwork was shit. But this 2 point was on point, you know? And when I first came here, like if someone from the weight cut, my weight, like over there, I was running around 74, 75. So to drop to 70 was easy. Just like, oh, you eat less, you run, and that's it. Sudation shoot, and that's it, right? Now, over here, first of all, I think the quality of the food is not the same. So my weight gained up so much. I was like, let's say 75, now I'm like 85 something, you know? So it's like such a big drop. But yeah, the science with the weight loss as well, like the water load things. Like I learned this here, the water load things. All those drill stuff, you know, like jab cross cover, across the cross, and all of that. I remember like Phil the same. You should take the piece of me. Say, oh, when there is more than 4 shots, you get lost. Yeah, because I never did this before. You know, the simplest things that the most complicated things that you do in over there was a jab cross right kick. You know, the 3 shot, okay, done. But you do it like so many times that it should be perfect. And yeah, like even like strength and conditioning, all those stuff, you know, like over there, same thing. At the end of my session, I will do like some pull up, some bench press, and press up, squat, and that's it, you know. But the main thing was Muay Thai. And then here there is so much around Muay Thai. Don't get me wrong, I think it's a good thing, but it was so new for me. I think the motivations, as you said, change with the age and with the goal that I reached, you know. Like first, when I was kid, the first things for me was I did want to be a French champion, a good French champion. Then I did want to go to Thailand. Then I wanted to fight Lumpini. I fought Lumpini. So every time I'm this kind of person, I've never enough. You know, I'm really greedy. You know, it's like the bad things and the good things at the same time to keep me motivated. And sure, yeah, like now I'm training with these guys. I see like so much stuff that I want to get. You know, like as we were talking with Simon before, he got that tip that I don't know how he does. But I want to learn about it, you know, just increase the game to reach other goals. And you know that, yeah.
You enjoyed that.
Yeah, I enjoy like learning now, because I feel that I won't say that I went overall because it's not, but I think I did few things that some people would be happy with.
Yeah.
And now I feel like I get back into the learning mode, I learned some new stuff that keep me excited, because at one point, especially when I got injured, I started to get bored, as you said, because I felt that, well, I went over, but it's not true. Yeah, being coach, yeah.
Yeah, you can
Yeah. It's really good that you bring this up, yeah, because that's so true. I think like I improved that much since I opened this gym, to be fair, because you need to, as I was mentioning to Marcin that you met last time, like being like a coach and having a gym is not only about improving people, because it's still a business, So I need to still keep them entertained. So I need to find new stuff, need to teach myself, always get a game ahead, being able to answer the right questions. So that means the technique that I teach them, I need to own them, and this makes me improve so much, Even something that sometimes I don't really use, but I need to learn to being able to use them. Otherwise, I can't teach them, So yeah, and it forces you as well to go to something that you will never go to. So yeah, like being coach and team owner, I help you so much to keep you motivated as well. In fight is way more focused. Way more focused. Like when I'm in fight camp, first of all, we're gonna work really specific, rather on my weakness or my opponent's weakness. And I would say, like now then, it's way more enjoyable than it used to be. Maybe because the setup is different, but I still prefer hitting pads or all of this when I'm not training, because I think like there is less pressure and I can try I got time to try something different, So yeah, so it's less pressure, like less pressuring when I don't train for a fight. So when I'm out of camp, I will plant seeds. See, like trying some stuff, So today I asked Samit to teach me his style. Last Monday we started, we were trying something like playing with the hands. So it's not something that we'll masterize, but it is that I'm gonna plant. And when I'm in fight camp, I will try to make them grow. So, I know how to do this, but for this fight, I need this to be masterized. So I will make it grow. But if I didn't plant those seeds before, it would be a bit more difficult. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Being helpful, like you always the student, but you can always be the master as well. So you can teach and get taught. Like self-confidence as well. But I think like being humble and self-confidence is really like is a fine thing. And community. Yeah, because everyone said, not everyone, but a lot of people, especially when you don't know, said that it's like a sport, like you sing, like a right, something that you do by yourself, but it's not true. Like I feel that community and family vibes. I never find that in something else than Muay Thai. It links people. It links people. Like the same way that you and me been linked and those guys, and I feel like this is the main things that I learned into community and family. I was really excited and pressured in the same time. Why? Because first of all, it was like a revenge, and I lost the first fight. So, and secondly, I'm not the same person that I was. In terms of like, I got 2 kids, I got a bunch of people watching me. In terms of like my students, it was for a belt. It was a revenge, as I said. It was in London, so I couldn't lose really, because there was so much in the plate that I have to wait. Oh, I couldn't less any, I had to win. So that was really pressuring for this, but in the same time, it was really exciting because I had the chance to prove that I'm better than this guy, What helped me staying focused on that thing because I couldn't, as I said, because of all of that, and for myself, obviously, I couldn't mess up. So I had to stay focused because otherwise I would have messed up, I would have get surprised. I would have not didn't train enough or something like that, but I couldn't disappoint anyone on that one. I was a bit disappointed. I was a bit disappointed because I did really want to knock him out, and I thought I could, and it didn't happen. So as I said, I'm really greedy. So I always aim for the moon, But on this one, I reached the stars because I had the belt. So I'm still happy, as you said. I need to be happy, and it could have been another way. I could have been knocked out. I could have lost. So I listen to you, Uncle. So I could have lost, but I feel like I could have done better. But the belt is here. Everyone happy, so I'm happy at the end of the day. Yeah, and that excited me to go further now. Yeah, I mean, like everyone saw, I never did this, shouting, screaming like that and shit. I never did that. I think it's the first time I ever done this because it was a long run, With everything happened the last 2 years, injuries, gyms opening, 2 kids. It's a lot, and this is a page who have been turned, so it was really, really fun. Yeah, as I said, it's an end of a chapter, Because it comes with the recovery, it comes with the win, it comes with the gym, it comes with everything, The gym is settled, the hand is settled, the win is there, So loads of things happening at the same time. As I said I don't know who asked me again, how I see the fight, one of the media as well. Actually, is way behind that prince and the belt. He's go way further than that, It's like a statement. It's one day, but this is a shame because this one is not recorded. It was one day I thought in one of those village, like the village fight. It was on the king's birthday. And I remember my trainer back then said, "Oh, you're gonna fight this guy. It's okay, how they do. You will win, sure." And then I arrived in the fight and I learned that this guy is a 2-time Roger Damnan champion. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm here. I was 23. 23 for me. As I told you, I turned pro at 21. So I was fighting. Obviously, all the crowd was for him. And the first thing, he head kicked me, and I had so he punctured my hair, right? So I hear, and I said I'm fucked. And so I started fighting and I think oh, I'm not too bad. I think I can get him. And I got him with a body shot. And he showed, not usually a Thai, they don't show, they always got poker face, doesn't it? And he showed pain. And I saw a switch. And I saw that, okay, so I can make it. And I saw how the bookmakers are, they're in Thailand, right? When I saw the change in the crowd, so now it wasn't for him anymore, it was for me. So I just reversed the things and I ended up knocking him out at the third round. And I came down the ring and some guy give me 3,000 baht because he bet on me. And because he was from my gym, he gave me that. He put it on my mouth. like a little bitch, he put it on my mouth. And like a dickhead, I just hopped to my mouth and I grabbed the knot because I was so happy, I was proud and take the pictures and all this. It was such a good moment. And they gave me that figure, that bronze figure that I could hold like that. So I still keep the figures. I should bring it here, by the way. And this was a really good moment to be fair. I'm trying to work on loads of stuff to be fair. I try to work on things that I don't know. As I told you last time, I was asking Saj to teach me his style. Today I asked Samir to teach me his tips games to make me understand more him. At one point I was watching a lot the Japanese style as well because it's quite awkward and it came out now. All those tap tips, so long fast combos. Trying to be a bit more complete as a coach and as a fighter as well. Yeah, so just so exploring stuff more than like one specific. Bro, this is crazy shit. Oh my god. Yeah, that surgery thing is crazy. Especially because it happened twice.
Right.
So I did one surgery in June. No, was it in June? No, it wasn't in June. It was in November 2024. So I was supposed to fight. I fought in April, the MCVP, and during the fight camp, it dislocated 3 times. No, 2 times. So, I was like, oh, yeah, it's done. And then, bam, it happened once. Bam, it happened another one. How I'm going to fight? I even told Phil, I said, yeah, I'm sorry, Phil, I need to pull out because my shoulder dislocated. And then I was like, no, fuck it. I called him back and said, no, you know what, fuck it, I will do it still. And then I fought. I did half of the fight camp. I remember with Sarge with just being left-handed. And then I fight. The fight went well because I won first round TKO, low kick, so it was good. And then I get back into training and boom, me dislocate again. So I did another surgery in June. And so it was supposed to be alright. And then Phil said, oh, do you want to fight this one? And then he gave me that, the bet for the MTGP Intercontinental title or whatever. And I said, oh shit, I can't say no because this kind of
Opportunity.
I'm 34, so I don't have that long anymore in Muay Thai, so I need to take what's coming, right? And so I said yes, but I had only 4 months to be ready for that. So, and they said, who you want to fight? I said, yeah, I want to fight Prince. He said, you sure you want to fight Prince? You just came out from surgery, maybe you want something a bit more, like not easy, but not that much of a challenge. I said, yeah, but the belt doesn't mean shit if I don't have a challenge, right? So yeah, I fought Prince. I did like something after the fight camp, only one-handed with the sling on, then finished with like I did 1 month without the cross. I remember with light cross, and I remember like 2 weeks out of the fight I cooled the elbow, and then yeah, man, like this is what really challenging because it's always as you saw when we went to the mindfulness things, there is always that question: can you do it? Can I do it really? And everyone said like because everyone's scared for you because they love you, isn't it? So everyone said, yeah, you should not, don't do it. You're gonna enjoy yourself. Or there is the other people like my mate right there. Okay, let's go, G. Because anyway, they know you. They know that whatever you said, you'll do it anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, this was a big challenge. This was a big challenge. Because we like to use this image as well, like a demon kind of image, like we all got a demon inside, And I feel like this fight, I only fight with him. So meaning I was not as conscious as I wanted to be, And I remember at one point on the 5th round, like he was keep going backwards and kneeing me. And I just came back up. I said, like, bro, do something because you keep kneeing me, you're going to lose that fight. And then I start kicking and do more stuff. But I didn't have that much of talk. Like, that's why it's good because we had a really good fight camp. So a lot of muscle memory stuff came out. A lot of stuff, like that check hook that we drilled a lot, that calf kick that we drilled a lot. It came out like naturally without thinking too much about it. In UK is like building myself. Like it was a big challenge because living from Thailand, I came in UK with like a grant. So I was like, oh, so basically you got a month's rent because you know better than me that UK is crazy expensive, right? So I had a month's rent. So in 1 month, I had to find a job, being able to pay the rent and start building yourself, So I remember I started like this was really challenging because I was like 29 or 28 when I came in UK, and I was working in the chain, the restaurant Leon. So on the freaking kitchen. So I was the oldest over there. This is all like students, and I remember they were saying that stuff like, "What? You almost 30 and you working for Leon? You lost your life, shit like that." And yeah, man, I kept going, building my PTs, and then lockdown happened. But lucky me, I had this Leon because they pay me FIOLO. So we had the best lockdown ever with my boy. So it was okay. And then, building up to finally having a gym, having 2 kids. So I feel like I'm at the actually better place than I've ever been. Because I think like the main things that you need to understand as a fighter is you're never gonna stop learning. And I never had this oh, I'm too good to learn, or oh, you won't teach me anything. As I was saying just to Samir before, like one of my students, I teach him something and he build it up to make it something better. And I ask him, oh, show me, you know? And I don't think there is any shame to ask like someone's, even if you teach him, it's supposed to be the one that you teach him to, because everyone's got a different way to think and learn stuff, you know? So you always can get something out of people. And as long as you keep this mindset, you're always gonna keep improving for me.
Yeah.
So I don't think I changed anything as a person to be a better fighter. I just think that I kept going thinking that oh, you can learn from everyone and from everywhere. This changed a lot, yeah, because before I don't think I had the good people around me in my career as a fighter, especially my first year in Thailand, because it's a bit like swimming in the sea with a lot of shark around, you know, make you fight some people that you should not fight. So I don't think I've been like well surrounded, and that's why it took for me so much time to kind of being in the right place. And I think in UK it changed a lot for me because I've been exposed, you know. Oh, went to MTGP and show my skills, and people like recognize you as you are, you know. So I think this changed a lot for me, being surrounded by good people. My family, they expect me to do the best because they do so much sacrifice, so they push me coming forward. Like my wife, she sacrificed herself so much, so I can't disappoint her. I can't like not give my 100% here, because it's like insulting her really. I think like Phil, as my main person into Muay Thai, expect me to respect the opportunity that he gave me, obviously, you know, so to give my best, listening to what he said. Yeah, and my teammates and my students to be. I think like you know, like everyone see you as a person, so you need to be the person that the people see, if that makes sense, you know. And I try to be that person that they look up to. This is like I'm gonna shout out Phil Casper on that one, because I met him one day in the Interclub and he said like, oh, we had this conversation and he said, yeah, now I'm world champion, I'm done, because it was my goal. Because I said to my kids, I don't want to be the guy who said I tried to be, and he keeps like, you know, ringing in my head now. So that's why like I'm even more stubborn than before. I don't want to tell my kids, oh, daddy was almost world champion. Oh, daddy almost made it. No, father, I want my kid to go to school and say, oh, my dad is the world champion. Oh, my dad did this. Oh, my dad did that. I don't want my kid to go to school and say, oh, my dad almost did this. You know what I mean? I don't want this, you know? So this is like a bit like a new goal, as we were saying before. Yeah. This changed a lot. In terms of teaching as well, you know, it gives you more patience, you know. When you have kids like that, you know how it is, right? I got like a 4 years old and like 11 months old now. So it's like patience. So it's not like grown ass man who's gonna bust me after that. You know? I think they will say passion. Like in terms of person, I think I'm really passionate a person, like especially for teaching. And I like to think that I'm always in a good mood in it. Because I feel like being a good coach is not only about skills, you know? You need to give people like the relief and the good energy, you know? When they come here, I want them to feel safe. So I think this is one of my strengths. I like to show even more that what I've got, because I like the opponents that I'm gonna have being able to let me express myself a bit more than the last one. You know? I like to be able to show more, because last time was a bit frustrating because I couldn't do much. It was too risky sometimes because I couldn't really read everything. Because as we all know that Prince, his strength is like his awkwardness, right? is really awkward as a fighter, and that make him really good. And stop me for doing loads of stuff. I like my opponents to be a bit more. Yeah, I don't want to say clean because it doesn't make Prince so good, but I will say clean. So to be able to express myself a bit more and make it more like less like a war and more like a chess game and show some nice and good Muay Thai. I like to have like a fight like that.
That is good. Yeah, that's it.
I was thanks to my boys behind for being here and support me as brothers and teammates. I was thanks to my wife because it's the second part, We win the fight together because she did as much as me, but in the other side. I was thanks obviously Philippe for like guide us through all of it because even if he sometimes not on purpose, but he does it, and we need to recognize that. I was thanks to my students because it's like my kids, They support me and they lift me up. And yeah, man. That's pretty much it.
So looking back over your career from Tieu that started in martial arts, karate, to going to Thailand to here, to recovering after your shoulder injuries, are you proud of yourself?
This is a question that comes a lot, and I will answer the same. I'm proud of myself, but I'm not satisfied.
Right.
So the story will keep going.
Why are you not satisfied? What is it missing that it's not making you satisfied?
Because I'm greedy, I told you. I told you so many times today, you can replay the video. I'm greedy, man. I always want more till I can't have it anymore, My bag is wide open to put some stuff in it. Yeah.
Do you have an end goal, like in terms of fighting?
Yeah.
Or you're going to fight just
fix
to
myself because otherwise I will never stop. Last time I had this conversation with my wife, I said like, okay, I want my world title and I want a WBC belt. Just because I like the object. I know that's shit. But that's the actual thing.
It's a benchmark that's been out there in the sport, so you kind of want to get it. Yeah.
So I just want it because it's cool. And then I said like, and when I've got it, I will change weight category. And she said, hey, what did you say? Like, stop. That's it. So I fixed myself 2 years and I hope I will do soon. And after that, I will call it a day.